You know, the truth is, you really don't need to spend a lot of money to look like you're glowing from space. Literally, the drugstore has some excellent highlighters. And somebody asked, if I could share my top drugstore highlighters. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my top 5, and we have a bonus as well. But before we go into that, I wanted to just drop this in here, and these are the 3 brushes that I love to apply highlight with, and it so happened that they are drugstore. And while I do have other high-end brushes, like these are the ones that I use most. So the first one is this one. This is the BH, it's a BH Cosmetics brush, number 5 brush from the It's My Rere collection. Lovely brush. I mentioned this in our favorites before. This one is a cult favorite. This is the Real Techniques satin brush, and I have like probably 6 of these brushes because I use this to set under eyes, highlight, all kinds of things. And the third one is this by AOA Studio. This is their F19 brush. It is an excellent highlighter brush, a little bit more dense than the first one that I told you about, but my god, this thing applies highlights so wonderfully. And this is the cheapest one. This is like $1 US. So anyway, moving on, let's get into what we're here for. And I'm going to rank these. Now, there are other beautiful highlights from the drugstore, but these are the ones, when I really look through my collection, these are my top 5, the ones that I enjoy the most, the ones that I use the most, and that's what I'm going to share with you. And actually 2 of these are actually blushes, but they work as highlights on my skin tone. And starting with number 5, and it's this baby, and it's the Maybelline Baked Blush in Luminoso. I have posted several pictures with me wearing this. This is a baked blush, but it's very shimmery, but because of the formulation of this and the color, it turns out to be a beautiful pinky gold highlight on our skin tone. And I mean, it's potent. That's what it looks like. Yeah, that's my number 5. My number 4, many of you will know about Wet n Wild and their highlighters. They have some beautiful highlighters. In fact, a lot of you may know about the Mega Glow or even the highlighter in Gold Bar. But my favorite highlighter from Wet n Wild is a few years old, and it's way before that, and I think that the formulation of it is way better than those. As much as the Mega Glow and the highlighter in Gold Bar is really nice. This was from their Fergie collection, which was a collaboration that they did. And it is actually there to reflect shimmer palette, in case you're going to look for it online. But the name of this one has changed. While this one was Hollywood Boulevard when I bought it, it's now called Boozy Brunch, but it's the exact same thing. You all could see how much I love this because look how dingy it's looking. But when I tell you the swirl of these colors, like wow, look at that, a stunning gold. And this thing, like, I will choose this Wet n Wild highlighter over many of my higher end highlighters. It's a gorgeous gold, and this thing stays on my skin all day. Number 3 is another blush that works fantastic on our skin tones. And by the way, the Milani is around $8 US, the Wet n Wild is around $6 US, and the one that I'm showing you, that my number 3, is even cheaper. It's the cheapest one, and it is $3 US. And of course, you all could probably guess what's at that price range, but it's an elf baked blush. And again, the baked formula really bringing out the shimmery tones. This one is in the shade Pinktastic. Again, it's a kind of pinky gold shade. Whew, but this one looks like so icy. Like, you could see the difference there with this one next to the Wet n Wild. Love it. Oh my god, I love how this looks, especially when blended out on the skin. Absolutely gorgeous. You're looking at these things like they're looking like high-end stuff. $3 US. I mean, $3 US. And worse yet, if Wet n Wild has a 50% off sale, you're paying $1.50. And this one is actually my favorite shade from, the 4 that they have. I'm going to skip number 2 because for my number 1, I have 2 tie. We have not 2 ties. I have a tie with 2 products, and one of them really has become a favorite within the last 2-3 months. I mentioned it before, and it's the ColourPop Super Shock highlighters. Like, literally, 95%, I don't want to say 100%, you know, just to make sure I don't lie. 95% of the times, one of these is always on my face, either alone or as the base for every other highlight. Since I discovered application of these with my beauty blender, I cannot stop. I cannot put it down. It is the most natural melt in your skin highlight when you apply it with a beauty blender alone. And then if you want to take any cheap highlighter or any expensive highlighter to the next level, like glow from space, just put it on top one of these, because this kind of slight cream to powder finish actually gives your other highlights something to grab onto. And it's like the best of both worlds in terms of not wanting to have a liquid highlight because you're not sure how to blend it or how to apply it. Oh, listen, I could talk about these whole day, but my absolute two favorites again, and I have these so long, is Butterfly Beach and Wisp. Oh gosh, when I tell you, the thing feels so nice. This is Butterfly Beach, and the one next to it, that's Wisp. Like, look at that. Look at that. And I mean, you don't need to put anything on top of this, and that's why I'm saying if you put anything on top of this, like literally glow from space, and you're going to have a highlight that's on your face from 5 o'clock in the morning until 12 o'clock in the night. And I have tried it and it works. Yeah, so that is one of the items that tied for my number one. And I don't know if anybody else could guess this product. When it came out, I was one of the first people to talk about it locally, and it became the rave. Like, seriously, the quality of this highlighter and the intensity of this highlighter is unbelievable. And it's the Maybelline Master Chrome highlights. I have, I think, 3 of the shades: Molten Gold, Molten Rose Gold, the Peach. Oh, I actually have 4. And then the Molten Topaz. But Molten Gold, I think, is the one that's probably everybody's favorite because it's that goldy tone, goes with more skin tones. Oh gosh, sorry, I surely make a finish. Sorry. Like, look at that. Wow. Like, wow. That blended into the skin, and you only need a little bit of this, and it feels so smooth and soft. Now, the trick with these, which some people didn't get over, is that when you first get it, you need to get over that first layer. Like, just take your finger and pass it. Just get over that top thing. I don't know what it is. And then when you go in, like, to me, the more you use this, the nicer it is, the nicer the formulation. You feel the creaminess of the highlight. It could blend into the skin, or it could literally glow. Like, when you turn your face, everybody going to be seeing highlight. Right, so those are my top 5. But before we go anywhere, I am going to do a little giveaway, and somebody's going to get this brand new Maybelline Master Chrome, and this is the 200 Molten Topaz. This is one of the newer shades that they have. I really love lovely gold. It's a little bit deeper than the Molten Gold with a little bit of bronze. So if you want to win this or enter to win this, please leave in the comments below what is your favorite drugstore highlighter to enter, and the names will be drawn at random, and we'll put on the screen when we will announce it. It will be announced in a future video, so you need to stay tuned to watch. And I mentioned that I'm going to give you all a bonus, and I'm mentioning this product because not many people know about this brand. It's not as easily available as the other highlighters I mentioned before, but it is stunning. It is at drugstore pricing, and it's not even a highlighter. It's actually an eyeshadow, but an eyeshadow that many people use as a highlighter. It's by a brand called Kiko Milano, which is an Italian brand. And this is their eyeshadow in number 208. It's actually a wet and dry use eyeshadow. And this thing, like, seriously, Anastasia Beverly Hills have nothing on this. Like, you just barely need to touch this thing. And I want you to look at that one compared to all the others. Listen to me. When I have to use this, I am afraid to, like, really put in my brush. I just touch my brush very slightly, and I barely touch the brush, and that's the highlight that I have on today. And this is it, like, a little bit, and just blend it into my skin. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, if you can get your hands on this, it's around $11 or $12 US. You could actually get it on Amazon. Sometimes when there's a sale, you can get it for around $8 US. So it comes down to the price of the Maybelline and the Milani and so on. But my God, don't sleep on this. Phenomenal product if you can get your hands on it. And those are my top 5 plus a bonus drugstore highlighters. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until we do another top 5, I'll see you guys. Bye.